So I'm preparing for tomorrow's eclipse, and I'm going to be filming this from a Rhode Island perspective. I chose not to make the drive to where it's going to be the 100% totality. And the reason being is I thought about a few things. Even though I could probably sleep in the back of the SUV and bundle up with some blankets and extra clothing, because I did sleep in here one night. It got down to 39 degrees. And I also used to go camping when I was younger and it got down to 25. But I am glad in a way that I'm going to be filming this from a Rhode Island perspective and not making the trip. I had a feeling traffic was going to be absolutely brutal. I had a feeling the restaurants were going to be totally packed. Had a feeling the convenience stores were going to be brutal. And never mind if I did need to find a place to sleep. So yeah, I'm glad I'm going to be filming this from the Rhode Island perspective. Now, it's supposed to be here in Rhode Island, from what I'm seeing, the sun's going to be covered at about 80 or 90%. So it's going to be a little bit more than what I saw down in Florida. But with that being in mind, as you can see, I'm still wearing a winter jacket because it's 44 degrees right now. Tomorrow's supposed to be 65 degrees. But once that sun gets covered, I know down in Florida, the temperature dropped about 25 degrees in the peak. So I'm going to bring this winter jacket with me just in case I need to put it on. We're going to go ahead, get packed up. I got the DSLR camera charging. So the thing I really need to think about this time is where I'm going to go. Down in Florida, I lived on the coast, so I could easily drive to the beach. It was only about a mile and a half. Up here in Rhode Island, we have a lot of tree cover. I mean, I probably could make the hour drive down to the coast, but it's all going to depend on, well, a couple things. One, if my wife wants to come with me or not. The other thing is, if I don't go to the coast, I got to think where locally I'm going to go. A lot of the fields around here, where I can get the wide open area to film up in the sky, a lot of that is private property. Thought about hiking up into the woods, so I would have to make sure that whatever I'm carrying is lightweight. So I'm gonna plan exactly where I'm gonna film from, but first I'm gonna take you through the packing up. Okay, today is Eclipse Day. I got all the camera equipment all charged up. Let me show you what I'm taking with me today. So I have my photography tripod. In the camera bag, I have my D3100. Right now, I have the Sigma 17 to 70 mounted on it with a ProMist variable ND filter that goes from 40 all the way to 400. You're going to want to have it on 400 when you're shooting the Eclipse. I got my GoPro to vlog with. We got the extra batteries for both camera, lens cleaner. In case I decide I get there and that lens is not working out for me, I've got the 35 millimeter with the another ND filter mounted to it. And then I got my Sigma 18 to 200 with a stepping ring mounted to it, so I can just swap out the filters. So basically, equipment wise, I am all set and ready to go. That's what's in my camera bag for today. Alrighty, all loaded up, and the spot that I got picked out for today, hopefully I'll be able to do some fishing too while I'm there. So I arrived at the location. If the sun tracker that I used is correct, that should mean at about 91% coverage, should put it right about where that point is, or just over the tree line. Got some wispy clouds, although those look more like chemtrails, so I don't think we're gonna have any obscurity like we had 2017 down in Florida. But it's still very early. The lake is calm. Let's throw the fishing pole around. Those people that are out in the kayak, I was just talking to them and they were nice enough to give me some Eclipse viewing glasses, and I've already put them up to the lens of the cell phone. That's going to work great if you're a cell phone photographer. Still going to get everything all set up with the professional camera, and we'll see what that looks like. Just give you a little glimpse of what my setup looks like. So I got my chair, my tripod, and the GoPro attached, all ready to go. Alrighty, well, it's 2:18. Let's see what it's starting to look like, because it's supposed to be about the time the first bite is taken out of the sun. Yep, the eclipse is actually starting. We got the first bite being taken out of the sun right now. But it definitely is getting darker out here. I'm going to post the photos that I've taken at the end of this video so that you can see it. Too bright for the GoPro. I don't have an ND filter for it, but it's definitely getting darker. Even though it's like 3:30, it feels like it's probably about 5:30 right now. We're probably about maybe 10 minutes away from what the totality in this area is going to be at 91%. Well, I have an older camera, so I'm going to try to show you a little bit on the back of what I'm looking at. Like I said, I'm going to post these at the end, but yeah, it's kind of hard to show you. Alrighty, well, the eclipse is starting to wind down, and I ended up shooting a lot handheld because it was just so much easier than trying to deal with the tripod. Also, I shot a lot on the 35mm prime lens because the 18-200 did not work out that great this time, but the 17-70 worked out good. 50mm was just a little bit too on the telephoto side, but I think the 35mm worked out best for this eclipse. So it's time to go home and get these processed. So the only bad note today is there was no fish caught. Nothing wanted to bite at all. So that's going to wrap it up, and we'll see you in the next video.